It. Now we are joined from a special guest, which is perfect, because after 22 hours, is the case to say Viva la Radio.
Viva la Radio!
I would say it's the case to say Viva la Radio. We have with us Lolly. Good morning.
Oh, thank you for having me. How are you all doing?
Really well. How are you?
Really well.
I'm really good, thank you very much. It's bright and early and up and at 'em.
It is very early. You sort of lose track of time when you're doing this.
Yes, it is early. You are an early bird, Lolly. Well done. So, listen, first of all, I'm gonna immediately start with a difficult question because, asking preferences is always difficult. So I'm going to tell you 3 titles of songs. You need to pick one, and you need to tell me why.
Okay.
Viva la Radio, Big Boys Don't Cry, Only for Love.
Ooh. I think that's quite tough. Viva la Radio, I think, because that was my song that unleashed me to the world, I guess. And that was a very exciting time for me. 21 years old. Was I 20? I was very young anyway. And and I was a bit of an underdog. I was signed as an underdog at Polydor. They did, I think it was just like, they'd signed S Club. They had all these huge acts and it was literally like, oh, they've got some spare people in the office, we'll sign her.
It wasn't like that at all.
I don't think they expected it.
At my school, when your song came out, it was loved. Everybody was singing it in the classes, in the playgrounds and things like that. At one point, I remember the head teacher was like, "We need to stop this song. It's disrupting all the lessons."
I love that.
Amazing.
It's so
I
catchy.
apologise to that teacher.
Not at
brilliant.
all.
How
Not at
brilliant.
all. It literally made my childhood. It's a fantastic track.
And then, a few years later, we are a few years later, but Viva la Radio is still extremely loved by fans. So how do you feel about the fact that, you wrote this, you've been singing these songs, like Viva la Radio, Big Boys Don't Cry, that are basically mortal, They keep going strong generation after generation. How does it feel?
Well, I think it's more Mickey really that sort of I guess people know me. You're that girl that did Mickey, isn't it? And I'm like, yeah. And then they'll go, oh, and Viva la Radio. Oh, I really loved that. So it's always Mickey first with the pom poms, and so people I think assume of that I was like a cover artist. And yes, I did do lots of covers, and I think a good song's a good song, and why not? If it's good, get it out there and educate the young uns.
100%. But if you were going to re-release any of your tracks, which one would you choose, and would you change anything in them?
It's really hard because it's funny because of the whole 90s sort of push recently, I've been doing lots of lots of festivals, and it's been awesome. And I left Viva la Radio out of the set because I just felt it didn't fit right, like sound-wise, and stupidly, because that's when the audience were like, where's Viva la Radio? And I was like, oh, I need to get past this and sort of learn to love it again. And it's not that I fell out of love with it. I think it's just like it didn't sit right because it's quite an unusual sounding record compared to all the other 90s tracks. All my music sounded different, and that's why it stood out, I guess, back then. And I think Viva la Radio maybe remixed could be quite cool. I don't know. But then sometimes you just kind of go, look, something was good, you shouldn't mess with it.
Yeah, I understand.
Well, I'm going to call Freemasons. See if they're free to do some
we'll call Freemasons.
We can call Freemasons and I'd say this, and let's have a little work. I think you're right though. When something is good, it's difficult also to change, because it might get great, but it also might get bad. I mean, there is always the risk of the comparison with the original, which is always a little bit of a risky. So it's true. Listen, you've been doing not just music though. You've been doing a lot, okay? TV, hosting live. So, how do you transition from being a music artist to being on TV and to being live hosting? Is it something that you always felt natural for you, or it came slowly into your career?
I think so. Basically, growing up, I went to dancing school, and my sort of dream was to be in the West End and to be Janet Jackson's backing dancer. That never happened, but I saw Janet Jackson dancing, and I was waving at her. So I kind of just wanted to entertain. You know, I wouldn't say predominantly I am a singer. I think I'm an entertainer. I just love anything that sort of lights up the crowds, and I can get to enjoy being on stage and, you know, entertaining the masses. That's what I love doing. So to me, you know, whether it's acting, singing, dancing, it all sort of blends into one. And I think from doing all the singing, that gave me the opportunity to learn to do TV presenting. So that's sort of naturally, I was like, I'd never even really thought about working on, you know, with talkback and directors and going on OBs and doing all this kind of thing. And I just learned skills along the way, and I just really enjoyed it, just sort of embraced every opportunity. So it just sort of all blends into one. It's just creative entertainment.
That's amazing. Thing is, having that skill set of being an entertainer, we can do singing, presenting, that whole bag of skills that you've got in there. I can only dream of. I feel like a fraud on this radio station sometimes. I'm like, what am I saying?
No, not at all. I just think, you know, I think if you put your mind to it, you can do anything, and that's to everyone in any situation, whatever they want to do. If you want to do it, just go and do it. Have a try.
Oh, I want to try this. I'm going to see if I can go on TV, right?
Let's
I'll be like,
see. Lolly, listen, as you know, we're here to collect donations for 15 LGBTQ plus charities and organizations. So I'm going to put a sign in front of the screen. If you could please, with the information on the sign, make an appeal to everybody to donate.
Okay, this is Lolly recruiting everybody to please donate £3. All you have to do is text glitter to 70331. That's 70331, uppercase glitter. Send it and just donate. It's just £3. That's not even the price of a coffee.
Perfect.
Exactly.
Speaking of coffee, we might need one. Lolly.
I've made tea.
Lolly, we love you. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you for having me, and
do
good
love
luck.
You are like one of my childhood icons, okay? Now, I don't say that too often to many people, but you are absolutely fantastic.
And you know
it's stunning
what?
to have you here with me right now.
And you know what? Because we don't care about remixes, now we're going to listen to Viva la Radio. That's it. Okay?
Champion.
I love it.
Thank you, Lolly.
Thank
Have a
you.
lovely day.
Bye.
Viva, viva, viva la radio.